Welcome back inside the Union Multipurpose Activity Center here on the campus of Union High School as we continue with Union High School basketball. Now it's time for the boys. So the Union taking on Northwest Classen. I'm Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the rest of the Union Sports Network crew here as well. Girls winning easily in that first game. Girls up 41-6 at halftime, Nick. And then we took a little extra time at halftime because we had our Hall of Fame inductions, which are always fun to see. And one of those faces, very familiar. They didn't let Rudy Garcia lit too long before they put him in the Hall of Fame.
Already, yeah. It seemed like it was pretty cool that he was one season removed and already getting in there, but also some pretty cool names as well. Isaiah McGuire is playing for the Cleveland Browns. Ricky Stromberg playing for the Washington Commanders, which looks like th're still going to be competing.
Bears. Right now he's with the Bears now, though, and
Bears,
he's still in the playoffs. And Ricky Stromberg, of course, a very good friend of our old friend Doc Blevins. Also going in, Colby Evans from football, Brittany Boswell-Frisk, a pom-pom coach. You mentioned Isaiah McGuire. I had the opportunity to do Isaiah's games and Ricky's as well, and these great players. Also, Deidre Dunn-Rader, a volleyball player, Chance Wengluski, football and wrestling, Tu Yang, a soccer player. We talked about Coach McGuire, and then Dr. Kurt Hartzler, who was an absolute champion for athletics, not only as a teacher and coach, but as the superintendent as well. And you notice he runs out there and still looks like he could play a little bit, Nick.
Yeah, he has the height that he's going to be able to, but most of the time it seems like we keep just continuing to bring great people into the district to be either leaders or players or students. And so it's really, really cool. And speaking of athletics, I wanted to also mention tonight that the Union Boys Wrestling last night defeated Sand Springs 51-20 in the district championship. So they were going to be able to be district champs for this season. So wrestling looked like they're also having a little of a wonderful season as well.
And that's not even close at 51-20. That's a heck of a job right there by those folks. And, the Union girls wrestling program has exploded as well. Things continue to go well here. Now let's talk about this basketball game. This Union boys team 8-4 overall, 5-0 in district play. So they have 61 district points. They lead Owasso by just 3 points. They've already had a couple of games against Owasso in classics already. Now Jalen Montanati was out at one of those games and didn't have an opportunity to play, which will happen later in the year. Yeah. But it's going to be really fun with those two. The reason I mention that is because this Classen team, which is 6-7, 2-3 in district play, another opportunity to add district points. Again, on paper, you should be better. This is a different Union team. We know that, missing some of the players from last year, but still a very important game to maintain your district lead.
Yeah, and for that starting five, being able to come out hot and be able to set that tone so early so that they're going to be able to kind of use different players that they usually do. And everything's going to be going through Miles Flemons down low, and so for him being our center, his ability to kind of open up those lanes to be able to catch the ball so high, because if you're looking at any of the height on the opposite side of the court, we got players at 6'3" for the Knights, so for him being at a tall 6'8", a cool 6'8", he's going to be able to be working down low, get some points, and if he's scoring, then we're going to be able to be in the good looks of it.
Now, we talked about the girls' game. You had 4 starters back from last year, and really there was a 5th who came off the bench, so you really had a pretty complete team. When you look out there tonight, you'll recognize the name of Jackson Boyd. He played a lot last year, although in roles off the bench. He will start here tonight. Miles Flemons, as you mentioned, who, much like when Shaq said it, the offense runs through me, the offense runs through Miles. But then you're looking at people like Nico Nwan, Dakarian Tightsworth, Caleb King. Most of these guys transfers. Nwan from Owasso, Tightsworth from Rogers, and King from Kellyville. What do we expect?
It seems like for all those transfers, you would think it would take a little bit for some growing pains or a little bit more time to be accustomed as a group. But for right now, Nwan was the one who hit the game winner at Owasso. So for him to be able to kind of step into it, and watching the sequence on the game winner, it kind of seemed like it was a last-second heave, and it was nothing but nylon. So for him to step up, he really has that kind of quarterback mentality, being able to lead the charge for everyone. But you don't see that in your first time. You usually don't see that. But as a senior, you kind of just you have to step up because there's no more years after this.
Well, and of course, being a guy who transferred from Owasso, his sister still plays there for the Owasso girls team. It was a big night for him. And if you read anything afterwards, and there was a very nice article in the Tulsa World afterwards, because that was an important one, too, for Coach Scott Norris. We'll talk about him. He's brand new with Rudy Garcia leaving. Scott Norris has been around this game a long time, but his mother had just been in hospice. and had just passed away, and that was a big, big game for Coach Norris as well.
Yeah, and so for Coach Norris to already have such an amazing start for his first season here at Union, I know that the boys wanted to really win that one, and I think that's what Nguyen was saying, and is that this one was for Coach, that we wanted to step up for him. And going into Owasso, I know the Oklahoma State recruit was on the bench, but still able to go there and win it. It's very impressive.
Now, if you're going to try to, kind of wrap up Coach Norris in a couple of sentences, what would you say about him and his style?
I think discipline is one of the main things that stands out to me. You kind of see a different type. He has a stature that is just very important for the players to look up to him, to be able to see that. And for him, he knows that he has a game plan. He always has something. So I would say discipline and being prepared. Those are the two words that I really think for him as he kind of steps up into a big position. Union is big, obviously, with our football, but with our basketball, it's always been a powerhouse. And with the Hall of Fame inductee as Rudy Garcia, it's going to be really tough. But for him to start so well, it's nothing that he can't step up into.
No, and he's done it before. There's no doubt. His staff with him, Jaron White, Terrence Buckley, and Derek Lewis. I met with Coach before the season about 8 weeks ago, and he's a guy who has, as you mentioned, he's got a plan laid out. He's not going to go into anything that he's not ready for, and he is ready for this. So far, this team has responded very well. It will be interesting to see that mix. Now, as we talk about Classen, their head coach, Jonathan Bates, they didn't even bring the team out until there was about 8 minutes to go in this warm-up period. I'm not quite sure what to expect, and we're going to go down and meet the two teams here in just a moment. Again, Union at 8-4, 5-0 in district play against a 6-7, 2-3 in district play Northwest Classen Knights here tonight at the Union Multi-Purpose Activity Center. Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the Union Sports Network crew here as well. As we get everybody to their, almost like I say, boxing into your corners, and we'll ring the bell and get you to come out here and start this. The cheerleaders will come out and warm up, line up, pardon me. And now, we haven't decided, Nick and I, whether the student section tonight is highlighter, village people, or construction workers. What do you think?
I mean, we have all the vests out right now, and that kind of seems like it's what we're going to be doing, but we'll transition into our national anthem.
For tonight's 6A District 4 matchup between the Northwest Classen Knights and your Union Redhawks. First, let's meet the visitors. The Northwest Classen Knights. At 5'9", a junior number 2, DJ Moss. At 6'1", a junior number 4, Falou Diallo. At 5'9", a junior number 10, Kwame Evans. At 5'11", a junior number 23, TJ Clark. And at 6'1", a sophomore number 25, Trell Parks. Head coach for the Knights is Jonathan Bates, assisted by Britt Hammonds and Taryn Large. And now for the starting lineup for your Union Redhawks. At 5'9", a senior number 0, Nico Nguyen. At 5'8", a junior number 3, Dakarian Titsworth. At 6'2", a senior number 5, Jackson Boyd. At 6'5", a junior number 12, Caleb King. And at 6'8", a senior number 22, Miles Flemons. Head coach of the Redhawks is Scott Norris, assisted by Jaron White, Terrence Buckley, and Derek Lewis.
So that's our starting lineups, and we are prepared to get underway here at the Union Multi-Purpose Activity Center. Should have ourselves a really good basketball game on hands as you hear the
officials
pep
for tonight's
band
contest.
jump
Mr.
in.
Eloy Chavez.
And a nice group of students that have arrived here tonight. Not a lot of folks came from Northwest Classen, but this should be a fun atmosphere. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask Nick is we saw Miles Flemons an awful lot in the last few years. How does he extend and improve his game, in your opinion?
It seems like when we're down low, most of the time we want to make sure that if we're getting the ball to Flemons, he knows what he needs to do, or at least he knows where it's going to go. He doesn't want to force something. He doesn't want to go up when there's a defender or a double team. He has really grown into that position to be able to draw a double team and then look for the pass.
And the tip will go to Flemons and to Union. Right away, Pittsworth out front. Flemons. Boyd.
Wide open.
Now back open, and from three, knocks it down. Pittsworth right away hits the three, and Union up 3-0. A little bit of pressure, but not an awful lot, as it will come across the half-court line. Diallo pressured out front. Nice job by King. King, the transfer from Kellyville. Clark having some trouble there with Boyd as well. Now down to the corner. Good ball movement here for Classen. Diallo dishes it out pretty quickly. Evans now has it bounce out of bounds, and has a good defense right there by Nuwan, and it will be Union basketball. Good start here for the Redhawks. Boyd will inbound. Nice break for Titsworth to get away and be able to get this thing underway. Center to King. Miles with one dribble. Back down to Miles. He's going to be jumped on down there. Still got it up and still got it down. My goodness, Miles Flemons had three collapse on him. It didn't matter. It's 5-0 Union.
So I was talking about he knows what he's going to do. He didn't question it. He trusted his ability and was able to go up with it.
Long three out there, no good by Clark. Rebound by the Redhawks. And a foul called underneath. That will be on Moss as he hacked Flemons there at the end.
When we laughed because it looked like Moss was the one that was hacked by Flemons off the rebound, but Flemons had position.
Union brings it up, not a problem there for Titsworth to get across the midcourt line. Nice screen, takes that. Now back down to Flemons again. Miles back up, and he's fouled. And one of the things that we pointed out about him last year, and you just pointed out again, he does not waste dribbles. When he's low, if the ball goes down, and I say if, it's not for very long, and he goes right to the hole. He did there, and he's fouled and will shoot two.
Decision making is very key when you're a center and everything rolls through you. Most of the players are looking towards you to either make a move to open up the defense or wait long enough to be able to look for the pass. So as you saw just now in the past couple buckets, he's already going with the dribble, using that power dribble to kind of push off the defender and use that low block. And
nice
he can make free throws, which is
that's
great.
Right. Yeah, nice first shot right there by a guy who's got a great shot. Flemons with his second. Not a problem with that one. He has four already, and Union up 7-0. Evans pressured across the half-court line, but got it there. Redhawks in a tight man-to-man. Nice job of running through that screen, too, as Evans continues out front. He's not going to get much out of that. Clark now trying the same thing on Boyd, but Jackson staying with him. Clark draws back, puts it up, no good. Rebound out to the Knights. Moss finds himself on the inside, but is fouled there. Titsworth reached in just a little more than he needed to, a little more aggressively, and that'll be an out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, it wasn't really more of a slap. He kind of wrapped his arm around the offensive player, so I think that's where the referee saw that foul.
6:06 to go, first period, 7-0 Redhawks. Classen gets it inbounds quickly. Here comes Clark. Goes inside. That's a nice little dish by Clark, and the folks from Northwest Classen are on the board as Parks knocks it down, making it 7-2. Pittsworth is fast with the basketball as he goes to Flemons. Miles, a couple of dribbles, knocks one down. Here he comes. Miles, middle of the floor, kicks it to the outside, and the three goes down. Nuwan knocked that down without even worrying about it. 10-2 Redhawks.
Good play there from Flemons. Saw the lane open up. He took it, double team, kick it out for the 3-ball.
There's not a whole lot that young man can't do. He's a Drake commit as of right now, and I say as of right now because you just never know where other attention might come from. Classen with a nice drive underneath. Redhawks kept themselves down for the most part.
Nice.
And now a nice steal. Here comes Titsworth. Nice little left hand, and it's up and in, and it's 12-2 Union.
Watch the eyes of the offensive player. He's going to show where he's going to pass, and he read that perfectly.
Evans being harassed across the center line by Nguyen. And Evans going to put it up from way to the outside. No good, and here comes Titsworth again. On the break, nice little pass inside. That's up and in, and once again, Union scores on the break. Nico Nguyen, what a finish after a great pass by Titsworth. It's 14-2, and Classen wants a timeout.
Titsworth's pass right there seemed like it had to split a really tight window and was able to catch Nguyen in stride, and then Nguyen was able to use the power dribble to go up with his left hand to make it a 14-2 game. Really hot start here for Coach Norris and the Redhawks.
Anyway, he made that pass off the dribble without ever picking the basketball up, and we saw that earlier in the girls' game. Anytime you've got that kind of a skill level, but you're looking at guys who have played a lot of basketball, Nick, even though they haven't played a lot of basketball together. These guys that are transfers from the Owassos, the Rogers, the Kellyvilles, they've all played. But what Coach Norris has done is already kind of, if you will, kind of molded them together.
And they just have those skills naturally, and that's very, very impressive for this team. Makes it really easy to just kind of mold together as a group once all of us are able to have those.
Evans bringing it across court for Classen, 14-2 Union. 4:38 to go in this first period. Little dribble inside by Moss. Nice pass down underneath, but that ball goes off the bottom of the rim. Union keeping their feet, really nice job, and it goes to the Redhawks, and here comes Nguyen. Pardon me. Inside, Flemings turns, gets the ball up, gets it back as a rebound, got it down, and he got fouled. Flemings missed the first shot. Defense in there pretty good by Clark and Parks, and he came up short but got his own rebound, put it right back up, and got fouled.
It's the advantage of knowing that you left that ball short on the shot. He knew to follow the shot and continue and use that momentum on his favored left, able to go up with the left and hopefully looking to complete this three-point play.
See if he's 2 of 2 from the line, see if he can make it a perfect 3. And, of course, I jinxed him. He does not, but he remains with 6 points and a 16-2 lead Union.
Defense from
Evans
Boyd.
being harassed by Boyd. He got around him but got picked up again. Three-pointer coming from the side and is knocked down by Diallo, and that will make it a 16-5 game, and here comes Union. Titsworth does not waste time getting that ball down court. Back again to Flemings. Corner to Boyd, got the 3, can't get it to go, and Flemings jumped a little too early, and Parks comes out of there with the rebound. Almost taken away there, but Evans will bring it across. Diallo going to back it up. Try to drive Nguyen, but he's not going to get anywhere. Now he's kind of stuck, and that ball is stolen by Titsworth. He anticipated. He'll drive it, put it up, got it to go down somehow with Evans all over him, and now the ball comes off the foot of Classen. Great defense by Boyd. It'll be Union's basketball.
Seemed like he used a power dribble on that to lower his shoulder and went too far underneath the basket, but didn't matter. He was able to finish with his left. And then a quick turnover for Union.
Redhawks will try to get it inbounds quickly. They do finally to King, and it's knocked out of bounds. Went off his hands. It'll be Classen's basketball. Trey Smith will come in for Union, taking Jackson Boyd's spot. And again, Trey is a guy we are familiar with from last year. Good quickness, and he can shoot the 3. He needs a little room to do it, but he can get it up and down. 3:09 to go, 18-5 first period here. Evans, bit of a push-off. Now he's going to back up, tosses up a 3, no good. Flemings, Titsworth, back to Nguyen, tried to go underneath. That ball is tipped away and then gotten back to Flemings, and he got it down. Look at what Caleb King did with the body control to get that back to Flemings. Moss backs it up. Now to Cross. He is kind of stuck underneath. Ooh, back out front. That could have been stolen, but Nguyen didn't see it. Instead, Evans will try to move on him. Evans gets it inside, puts up a wild shot that won't go. Knocked around, and Nuwan comes out with it to Titsworth.
Nice look.
Across court. Three-pointer, and it is going to come off the back rim, but taken by Smith on his own rebound. Now back into Flemons. Nuwan from the corner, and it won't go again. Boy, Union got a couple of great shots there. Nick just couldn't make them go.
Good offensive rebound from Trey Smith to be able to follow the three ball. That's what we like to see from him. Coach Norris was liking the shot selection.
Parks way out front, being harassed by Trey. And that ball is stolen away.
Nice.
And I think they will call a foul on the floor, and they will. Nuwan was down there, and I think they're going to call that foul on JT Moss. And it will be Union's basketball with a minute 53 to go in this first period. 20-5. The boys have come out. You said come out hard and hot. They have done that.
I like the intensity from every single player so far, being able to be intense on the offensive side, but it's obviously more apparent in the defensive side causing these turnovers.
Robbie Manning checks in, another name you will recognize from last year. Trey Smith dribbles it off his leg. Now he's trying to get it across court, and he is fouled by Jaden Cross. Cross just came across his body and kind of put a block on him. And when you are isolated that far away from everybody else on the basketball court and the official is watching, that might not be your best play.
Already in the bonus so far, so able to get to the line already. And again, in high school, you're getting 2 free throws.
Trey Smith will step forward. And the first one is nothing but Twine. So he's on the board as Union goes up 21-5. Trey with the second shot. That one will not go. Taken out of there by Clark, and here comes Classen. Knights with a minute 42 to go in this first period, trailing 21-5. Dangerous pass into the corner. It's taken, though, by Evans. He tries to go inside. Miles steals it. Picked up the dribble, but that's all right. He's got Titsworth to the left.
Manning had his hand up the entire time, really stopped it for the offensive pass.
Oh, Manning tried to get that ball to Miles, and unanticipated behind him. The ball's kicked out of bounds, and they're going to say that went off Cross, and will give the ball to the Redhawks.
Really good swipe going straight down, went off the foot.
Jonathan Bates disagrees, but that's what the head coach's job is. Basically to disagree, right?
Yeah.
With an official? You've never done that, right?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Even as a spectator, right?
Nico Nuwan across midcourt. Oh, he's picked up. That's a great pick of the dribble by Evans, and here he comes. Evans lays it up and in, and that lead now 21-7. That's a great job by Evans. But it's difficult to cross over in front of somebody, and that ball got picked. Trey Smith goes right to the bucket, gets it out left side.
Oh, that's a travel.
Oh, it's a travel. Pardon me, that was Nuwan who got it out to Trey, and Trey traveled. He really wanted to get that first shot and just take the three, and then decided I'll drive it. But he shuffled the feet in the doing.
It's where it just seems like the flow of the basketball makes you want to go one way, but your brain's going the other way, so it's just really tough.
Evans will drive, stops, doesn't get any help. Now he gets some from behind. That's a nice little feed and give in there to Kirkendall, and he got that two to go down.
Over Flemons.
33 seconds to go in this period, 21-9 Union, and the Redhawks have gotten a little bit, I don't want to say sloppy, but less together, let's say. Clemens has the ball knocked away. He'll get it back once again to Titsworth. Turns down the screen by Manning. Got the opportunity. He'll go inside. Manning, double team, tries to get it across court. Does. Back inside to Flemons. Miles.
Nice.
Up and down. Flemons had to flex a little, but he got it down. Now that's 10 for Miles.
That's
and
going to
it's
go
23-9.
fast. Might get a half court here.
There it goes, and it's off the backboard, no good. So we're at the end of the first period. Is 23-9 Union, 10 points for Miles Flemons. Not that we were surprised by that at all. 8 points for Dakarian Titsworth, and he is a young man that they really expected to be. As a matter of fact, the way Coach described him to me, he said he's pure dog, capital D.
Capital D.
Capital D. He's just a guy, you've heard of gym rats and things like that before. He's just a guy that wants to get his nose in a little bit of everything, and those 8 points show that in the first period.
Yeah, and also trying to be kind of that leader on the offensive side, being able to open up those lanes. That might make the Knights defend him a little bit stronger, which might open up lanes later. But I know right now with this ending of this first quarter, it seems like we got a little bit sloppy. The Knights have been doing really well with the full court press just on the point guard, but there's no support for the guard. It seems like they're kind of on their island, which is what the Knights want. So we might be seeing a little bit more help, maybe bringing down, more of a center or do a little bit more pick and roll on that, because we got to break this full court press.
And you start looking at the points, as we mentioned, you got 13 points coming from a couple of the transfers in Nico Nwan and Dakari and Titsworth. So nice job for Union getting some of those guys into school. Well, not into school because they have to move into the district and do all that, but just somebody who wants to come play for the program. I'm going to be interesting to watch Robbie Manning. He's another guy we mentioned who started a lot of last year and we saw a lot of last year. Looks a little thinner to me this year, Nick, so I wonder what he's added to his game.
Probably strength. Got in the weight room and put on some weight from some muscles.
Had the ball inbounded, and one of the officials immediately blew his whistle. The clock is showing 0, so we need to fix that. There we go. Going to show 8, and we'll see if we can start this thing again. Classen will inbound. Down 23-8 here after one period. Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the Union Sports Network crew. Inbounds to Evans, and here come the Knights. Evans. Pardon me, that was actually Evans. That's Evans to Evans, yeah. Trying to get around Trey, but it's not terribly easy. Long pass to his brother. That's going to go up from 3 and is off the back of the rim. Fleming's had that ball almost taken away from him there by Kirkendall. Give Kirkendall credit. Miles Flemings is a lot bigger than he is, and Kirkendall just skied in above him and knocked that ball free. It goes out of bounds to the Redhawks, but that's great effort. Here's the press Nick talked about.
It usually just takes a couple more players just to help out.
Luan breaks the press without any issue. Tries to go inside to Miles, and there's a foul from behind, and that is Kirkendall on the foul. So that'll be foul number 1 of the period. Side out of bounds for the Redhawks. Going to need a little help, and it'll come in the form of Manning. Goes back to Nwan, and now back to Titsworth, and he'll run this thing. Bit of a screen. A little bit of standing right now for Union, Nick.
Yeah, I want Flemings to get down low. Doesn't want to sit him on the perimeter.
Tired of waiting. Titsworth takes the 3, and it's no good, and here comes Classen. Evans, and this is Clemaine Evans. Gets the ball to the free throw line and lost it. Now he'll go back out to Quincy Evans. Quincy again trying to move on Trey and cannot get inside. Cross will take it way back out front. Gets Manning just back enough and goes off Robbie, and Robbie's going to foul him right at the end of the shot. Now that's a late whistle. And I got to think that's one of those, Nick, that if the ball goes, they're not going to blow that whistle. If the ball doesn't go, they're going to call the foul.
Seemed like it was a little bit more fell down after he saw that the shot was going to be offline. So trying to sell it a little bit
if
more.
He sold it, he won, and Cross will go to the line for 3. First one is up, and it's going to come off the back of the rim. Two more chances for Jaden Cross. Once again, that one won't go. And Coach Jonathan Bates just turned, and the head coach just turned and looked at the bench and just shook his head, put his hands in his pockets. He knows when the clock is stopped and you got a chance to get closer, you have to. Third free throw, once again no good, and Flemings with the rebound. So 3 chances, no shot.
Might be a ball don't lie right there.
Luan drives, down low, Manning puts it up. He's fouled though. Nice job by Robbie. He held up just a little bit, trying to draw that foul, and he did. They're going to get J.T. Moss, and Manning will go to the line. There are 2 ways to think about that, Nick. You can just power on inside, but in trying to draw the foul, you know that if you get it to go down, you get the and one. So I agree with this decision.
Kind of wanted to float in there just for a second longer to try to be able to open up that scoring possibility.
Robbie misses the first, so in the last 4 free throws taken, both teams 0-4. Again, looking for things to talk about as a coach. There you go. Clemens will have a seat. Caleb King back in. Second free throw good for Robbie. He's on the board, and it's 24-9 Redhawks. Now let's see what happens with Flemings out of the game and Caleb King at 6'5", playing more in that kind of a block position. Long shot right there is no good. And I think they wanted to foul. Classen did. They will not get it. And Union will have the basketball.
Saw it again of kind of like a flopping shot. After you put up the shot, you're going for the flop. It's kind of the same thing Coach Norris was saying in that previous three-pointer that was called as a foul. Gonna need some help here on this inbound.
And that ball is tipped away and knocked out of bounds by Classen, but they will need help right there. They try to get it to Titsworth quickly, and the ball was knocked away. Now they'll come inbounds to Nuwan, and here he comes. Quickly, as a matter of fact. Continuing on to the hole. Nuwan with left hand, no good. Ball knocked around and comes off to Classen. Evans with the rebound. Here they come. Behind the back. Jackson Boyd will go back to check in. And that ball thrown straight out of bounds. Right off the dribble, went off the hands of Quincy Evans. Jackson Boyd will check in. Having a seat, Nico Nuwan. So you got Jackson Boyd, Titsworth, Trey Smith, Robbie Manning, and Caleb King. To the hole, Titsworth, can't quite get it to go. Tip is no good. Comes out of there to Diallo, and here comes the Knights.
Union looking like they have like a 5-second shot violation. Like they have to put it up within 5 seconds.
Three-pointer, no good, and it comes off to King. Nice job in positioning right there by Caleb. Trey Smith brings it back. 5.5 to go in this first half. 24-9 Union. Nice drive right there, but it comes out of King's hands, and here come the Knights. It's gotten a little sloppy on both sides, quite honestly. Evans off to his brother. That one's not going to go, but it is taken on the inside by Classen, and now a jump ball. Moss was tied up on the inside by Smith. And it will be Union basketball, and Miles Flemings did not have a lot of time on the bench, did he? I mean, in actual game time, about a minute in real time, not more than about 3. Sure, Coach Norris is hoping to settle things down a little bit. King. Boyd. Miles. Trey. Can't get it to go.
Rebound.
King. Back to Miles. Going to take it himself. Flemings up and in. And that's how you solve it right there. You just give your big dude the basketball. 26-9 Redhawks. He now has 12.
That's tough because he also went back to his left hand, so he's fading away to his right, but going up with his left. It's a much difficult shot.
Moss nowhere to go there on King, so he backs it up. King doing a good job on the body. Moss goes down inside. That's a nice little pass, nice little put up too, but it did not go for Parks. Stolen away by Classen. Evans, nowhere to go. Now back out front. He'll try the 3. Can't get it. Union not able to buy a rebound right about now. Evans, we'll see if he can do it again. He's stuck in the lane. He better hurry. And they're going to call the 3 seconds, which is what they should have done as he got stuck. He was in there with the trees, and he was but a sapling.
Giving up 2 offensive rebounds, though. I know Coach Norris is not going to be happy about that one. It seemed like we have more numbers in the paint, but still giving it up.
But it seems like part of that has to do, I think, with Classen's style. It's a little helter-skelter, so you're not as based where you normally would be for that positioning. Back inside to Miles, and a hold in there on Vontrell Parks. And that is already 3 on Parks inside, trying to hold Flemings down, which he's not been able to do, and a timeout is called. I mean, let's go back to that point. It does have something to do, obviously, with focus. But when a team it's kind of helter-skelter offensively and they're all over the place, and you're playing a solid man, you just don't have as much opportunity to be as sound as you would like to be. There are ways around that, and I'm sure Coach will cover that, but it makes it harder.
And it seems like in that transition from the first quarter to now this quarter, we kind of lost our edge. We had those really good passing lanes, was able to find Flemings down low. It just seems like most of us has gotten a little bit stagnant on the offensive side. And I feel like the Knights have kind of been that the entire game. So if they're scoring buckets on that, then that's just kind of their game plan. But right now, Union should not play down to the team. They need to be playing to their standards, as Coach Norris has set it up to be.
Well, and when you get a great start like that, sometimes it is tough, especially when you start to, bring in different guys to keep that continuity going. Let's see if they can get it back here. 3:46 to go in this first period. Not complaining. It's 26-9. The Redhawks have a commanding lead, but like to see a little more polish. Inbound goes to Flemings. He goes right back up. Miles can't get it to go. Boyd with the rebound. Nice job. Ball knocked away, though. Comes out of there with Quincy Evans. Was a great board by Jackson. Just got slapped away when he tried to go back up. Evans gives it off. Nice little pullback from the right side. Will not go. Flemings with the rebounds. Diallo had a nice shot at it. And here comes Titsworth. Goes to the middle. Now left side. Left his feet. Boyd back underneath. Tried to go to King. That would have been a really nice pass by Boyd, but maybe at that point, one pass too many, Nick.
Yeah, Jackson seemed like he wanted to really go up in with the one motion. Probably would have gone up by himself.
Diallo will take it out of bounds and back in. So with 3:10 to go, here come the Knights. Evans, once again trying to get something done on Trey and just can't get around him. He'll get a little screen help, and Miles pulls back to help. Long three-pointer is no good, and King with the rebound. Quickly down court to Trey. That's up and in. Nice job by Trey Smith to switch hands last minute. It's 28-9. Oh, there's a little bit of a travel right in there. Diallo got stuck from behind, had a little extra hand coming in there, and you could see, Nick, that he felt it, and he took that little extra stop, or kind of skip, if you will. 2:47 to go in this first half, 28-9 Union. Redhawks inbound to Jackson. He'll get it over to Titsworth, and here we go. Want to see good sharp play here in the last few minutes. King standing right there, and Titsworth didn't want to go to him, but he does. Now King will take that shot. No good. Flemings with the rebound right back up. Miles can't get it to go, but he was fouled. And the coaching staff from Classen losing their mind a little bit. They're saying, well, wait a minute. Now, didn't he shove our guy out of the way? Well, he used his body. Let's put it like that. And going to the line will be that man, Miles Flemings. Miles looks a little thinner to me this year as well. 12 on the night, trying to add to it. Does with no trouble. That's 13 now for Miles. One more opportunity. Not a trouble there either. 14 points now for Miles, and the lead is 30-9 Redhawks.
Picked up his dribble, but was able to recollect it.
Moss got it back, and he's going to go ahead and take it straight down inside. And puts up a bad shot, but
how does it fall right back?
Carries away, goes right back to him. Putting it up again underneath is Evans, and no good. And then Evans gets clocked by Miles Flemings because Miles had nowhere to turn. Evans has to give him a little room to turn around, and he didn't, so that foul call will be on Evans. And if you're in the arena and you're looking at it, you're thinking to yourself, how is the guy on bottom of the pile the guy who gets the foul? Well, you have to give a certain amount of room to turn around. He did not, and Miles Flemings will go right back to the free throw line. Almost feel sorry there for Evans as he ended up underneath all of Miles Flemings.
Yeah, it looked like Flemings turned to go forward, and there was already a Knights player on the ground, so he wasn't able to go farther.
That's shooter's roll right there as Flemings got that first one to go down. He's hit his last three in a row now. Nuano will check back in now, and Trey Smith will have a seat. Trey's played really good first half minutes.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of minutes here. so far. Coach Norris likes the intensity as he brings on the defensive side.
Clemens hits the next one. He now has 16 of Union's 32 points, half right there in big number 22.
And we were finally able to make the second free throw. Feels like we haven't had a second free throw made all night.
Evans to the corner. Nice shot up and in. That's a great shot by Donnell, or JT Moss is what he goes by. It's 32-9, or 32-12, pardon me, as he got the open three. Quickly inbounds to King. Here he comes, cross half court. Goes back to Jackson Boyd, who fires it inside once again to Flemons. Flemons, ooh, looked like he wanted to get it out quickly to Nuwan. Nuwan did not take the shot. Nuwan drives back to King again. King will force one up, and he got it to go. Caleb King, that was not a pretty shot, but that was great body control, and he makes it 34-12.
The jump gather was able to be through the defender, and he goes through him and up and makes the basket.
Evans really wants to go up with that, and he finally does, and they're going to call the foul in there on Titsworth, but you got to give Evans a little bit of credit.
Once again, free throw opportunities here for the Knights. Clock is stopped and point opportunity is available. Union just needs to play a little bit cleaner because most of these points kind of slip up on us on the free throw line.
Evans cannot knock that first one down, but Classen has struggled at that line tonight. And again, same point as earlier. When a team is playing a little out of control, your defense can sometimes seem a little out of control too, especially when you're trying to play a tight man and you're trying to follow them all the way around. Second one goes down for Evans, and the score now 34-13. Minute 10 to go. Into King. King across half court, picks up his dribble. Boy, that's dangerous right there. Dewan gets it down low to Flemons. Flemons got it to the side, and Titsworth tried to pass it over his head. Somehow it bounced out of there, and a great job to get on the floor right there by Caleb King. Titsworth tried to go over the back of his head with a pass because he was out of position. The ball flipped around, and if it weren't for Caleb King getting on the floor, that could have been a break.
Yeah, the Knights had two guys on the floor, so King was very aware to be able to get on all fours and get to the ball.
DJ Moss, up court, right side, three-pointer. That's off the side of the rim, and here we come. Titsworth to the left to Jackson Boyd. Jackson takes it up left hand. He's fouled, and it doesn't go. Jackson had Nuwan on the right side, and I wasn't sure if he was going to take that shot or go ahead and make that pass, but we mentioned the extra pass. That time he did the right thing, went up and got fouled.
Was going up with his non-favored left hand, so that's why he was a little bit more
antsy about it.
Antsy is a good word, yep.
Jackson looking for point number one, can't get that one to go. Trey Smith did not sit long. He's already back in the game. Second shot goes down for Jackson Boyd, and that'll be his first point of the night as the lead extends to 34-13 with 40 seconds to go in this first half. Evans trying to get around Miles, and that's going to be not easy. Trey picks him up again. Evans tries to go up and underneath, and Miles just said, nah, not today.
Flemons stayed with him the whole way, was able to stay kind of on the low block, so if the defender lost his man, Flemons was there to cover, and he tried to go up and under on the shot and then sent it into the first deck.
His volleyball spiked that thing. Inbound gives a free clear pass and a free and clear shot, pardon me, but Alvarado could not knock it down, and Union will have another shot.
Hold it
on
here.
To Jackson. Jackson is trapped, but he goes to Miles. Now back to the one. 10 seconds to go. Got himself a shot. He's going to go to Trey down low. Caleb King back out front. Titsworth got a chance. Here he goes.
Nice.
Up and in. Or pardon me, that was Juan. Nico Juan, and he got that thing to fall just before the buzzer, and it's 37-13. So we come to the half. A tremendous first half for Union, and especially for Miles Flemons. Miles ends that first half with 16 points, and the Red Hawks with a 37-13 lead. Some thoughts?
Really good end to the half. Felt like that middle first quarter and second quarter transition was where it was a little bit weak. Way to finish strong. Hopefully we'll have a better start in the third.
All right, so we'll step away for a moment and come back with you as the second half will begin in just under 10 minutes here at the Union Sports Complex.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at inkwellnation.com.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Hey, Union fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700, a sponsor of the Union Red Hawks. Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar and no food coloring. And the right way to fill it is in slow motion. Honestly. Because authentic ingredients make the sub a bomb.
Hey, Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, we're members of our raving fans.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors and sports or fashion.
Welcome back inside the Union Multi-Purpose Activity Center here on the campus of Union High School. Union basketball tonight as the Redhawks lead 37-13 over the Northwest Classen Knights. I'm Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin. Andy Irwin and the rest of the Union Sports Network crew are here. And what has been a good first half, especially for Miles Flemons, we expect him to be the best player on the court many nights. 16 points in the first half. What do you think?
Yeah, for most of the times, a lot of these possessions have been solely through him getting the ball in high at the low post, being able to make one play, one skill move, and it usually leads to some points. So it's really tough for the Knights to be able to counter that with no other height in the paint to do that. And so it's really, really nice to see. I would really like to see a little bit more guard play, a little bit more active hands, passing the ball to be able to open up those lanes, because if Flemons is not having a good night or something like that, we're going to need to be able to have something to rely on.
But and remember, last year Union had such good guard play,
Yeah.
And everybody out front could score. Everybody out front did score, and not that this group cannot. You got a couple of transfers out there, and Nico Nwan, he had 5 right now, and Dakari and Titsworth, who has 8. That's 13 total between them, which is not bad. There's no question about that. But I get your point. Some nights they're going to have to be the star.
Yeah, and if one of them isn't going to be working, we need to have a backup plan. And as we know with Coach Norris, he's going to be able to have a backup plan to be able to do that. We saw a little bit of the flame slowly getting snuffed out kind of in that middle, the first and second quarter, but we ended the half strong after we started strong. I know with Northwest Classen, theirs is a little bit more ISO ball, being able to put up shots, but we're needing to be able to keep our hands up and play clean defense so that we don't get them to the line, let Northwest Classen foul us, get to the free throw line when we can, and make this game a lot more than it really is.
You look at a couple of the other starters, not a lot from Caleb King and Jackson Boyd when it comes to points. However, Jackson had a couple of rebounds, played very good defense. Caleb had some big moments as well. Trey Smith had a lot of minutes in that first half, and I thought was really good defensively.
Yeah, 100%. And during the halftime, I was actually able to meet Miles Flemons' dad, and that's actually Miles is his middle name. Real name is Terrence, so he's actually a junior. So it was really nice to get to talk to Dad, the senior, for a little bit as we get to watch Junior out there. Ain't no junior out there when you're 6'8" out there. You're the big guy on campus.
He is the guy. There is no doubt about that. Redhawks will start with the basketball up 37-13. Boyd will inbounds, and it will go to Titsworth. You will always be able to tell him by those shoes. They glow from way up here. Nuwan now out front. Back to Titsworth. Looked like he wanted to take that shot for a second. Almost did. Now he will, and can't get it to go. Ball kept alive. Great job in there to keep it alive by King, and it goes back up and in by who else? Miles Flemons.
Which even in that play with Flemons, he was down at the low block, opened the lane a little bit to be able to put that 3 ball up because they were going to double team him.
18 for Flemons. Evans dribbles, shoots. Cannot get it to go. Early jump right there by King, and it was knocked away. Boyd had a shot, couldn't get to it.
Cannot have 4 hands on the ball and give up the offensive board.
Moss will try to drive it and go back out front. Wanting no part of that shot was Alvarado. But this guy right here, Evans, he'll put it up. Evans has it knocked away, gets it back, it's knocked away again. Nice hands by Union. Almost no opportunity to get a ball to the inside right there against the Redhawks.
Yeah, they were looking for a pick and roll, and the roll kind of happened a little bit later than usual, and then the pass was there a little bit later.
Yeah, it's pick and roll, not pick and roll.
Yeah.
You've got to do them at the same time, or at least close. Evans, once again, will drive. Now he put the shot up, pulls up short. That one's going to be uncontested, out of bounds.
Wow.
No, it's saved. Great job saving it. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebound to Nuan. Here comes Titsworth. Way across court to Boyd. Back inside to Flemons.
Nice.
Great job right there by the Redhawks. And Flemons has 20.
Good quick pass from Boyd there. He was able to catch the ball in transition and then get the ball to Flemons using his momentum on his left.
Knocked away, and Boyd will come up with it. He's got King out front. Jackson will take it all the way in himself and lays it up. It's a nice job by King to stay wide enough to make sure that defender didn't know who to go to and give Jackson the opportunity to go inside and get 3.
Because if you just run at half pace, then it's going to be able to let them to commit, as we're going to have a foul here, look like on Juan.
By the way, when I said 3, that's total points for Jackson. He had the free throw earlier. And as Nick mentioned, Juan on the foul. Out of bounds to Kwame Evans. Evans goes back inbound, and look, a nice little drive in there by Moss. Can't get it to go down, though, and here comes Jackson Boyd. Corner. And dribbling out of bounds is Titsworth, and he's looking at Nuan and pointing at him, saying, I wanted you in the corner, but ball got away from him.
It's really tough to kind of tightrope that baseline when you're going full speed.
Evans gets inside, goes behind his back. A nice pass by Evans to Alvarado. He benefits, and it's now 43-15. Union needs a little help. Titsworth has it on the break. Here we go. Straight inside, all the way to the hole. Can't get it to go. Alvarado tipped it inside to Evans. Here comes Evans. He goes to the other Evans. Back inside. Alvarado will try to make it 2 in a row and cannot do it. Nuan down to Jackson Boyd. Jackson inside. That goes to who else? Titsworth. He lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Now that is 2 really good sequences by the Redhawks in moving the basketball in a break situation.
Yeah, and when you're going so fast, it's really tough to make sure that those passes are right on the mark. So being able to practice them now makes it even that much more important for those later games.
And when you look at Jackson Boyd, a lot of times the stat line might not be terribly impressive, but what he does defensively, rebounding, passing the basketball, good decisions, and another good one right there. As Titsworth will try to complete the 3-point play and does. That's 11 for him, and the Red Hawk lead extends now to 46-15. Evans has spent much of this time with the basketball in his hands for Classen. Trying to get away from Nuan. Finally gets underneath him, puts it up, and it's no good. Flemons with the rebound.
Good skill moves, though, there from Evans.
Titsworth will bring it down court. It's a bit of a screen right there from the big man. Goes to the corner. Back out to Miles. Whoa, and Miles gave it up and tried to go to Titsworth. He was breaking up court. He was going down court, and therefore it's a turnover. 46-15, 4.5 to go in this third period. Moss tried to get in there by himself. Can't. Here comes Jackson Boyd on the steal. Jackson, nice little hesitation, puts it up and in. Boyd now with 5 points and another good play, and Boyd steals it from behind, knocks it off the leg of one of the Classen players.
Oh,
now
gracious.
It goes off the ground and goes back into the hands of Parks. He can't make it go down. Titsworth back to Jackson. Corner, Nuan. Oh, that would have been pretty to have it completed.
Good hand from
Great
Boyd.
job by Boyd.
Knock it down,
Jackson
Boyd.
has an opportunity. Oh, he can't get it to go. Rebound by Parks. That was a heck of a sequence, and I'm with you. I wanted that 3 to go so badly.
Everything was going for Boyd there. Oh, wow.
Great play in there by Titsworth. Right side, that goes to King. King tried to slam it, could not.
Hands on the hips from Coach.
Boyd with the rebound. Inside to Miles. Miles back over left side. Titsworth, yes! Great ball movement right there, and the Redhawks lead now 51-15, and Titsworth with 14.
I'm out of breath just watching that last couple sequences. I know these boys are tired. Well done.
Evans is going to pull back. It will not go.
Same team, guys.
Yeah, that was knocked away by Union from Union, and then a foul as Quincy Evans, made the rebound and went up. He got hit from behind. And that will be a foul on Caleb King, and to the line goes number 14, Quincy Evans. Evans has 1 on the night, trying to add to his group. That shot had very little spin on it, came off the back rim, no good. 3:16 to go, third period, 51-15. Robbie Manning comes in. Also Jackson McIntyre, another familiar name, off the bench for Union.
Familiar name, new tonight.
Yep.
First one off the bench for him.
Bit of a different haircut, too. Sometimes I only recognize them by their hair from up here.
It's kind of what we needed characteristic.
Of course, the number has something to do with that, too, doesn't it? Evans will try again. And it rims out. Nice job on the inside to keep that ball alive by McIntyre. And now here comes Union. Titsworth behind the back, got himself a little room, goes middle, cannot get it to go.
Good move. Rebound
comes out of there to Moss. Moss, he wants to go the distance. Does. Puts the ball up underneath, and they're going to call a charge. It's a really nice job right there by Robbie Manning holding his ground. Robbie's much bigger. Took that charge, and it'll be Union basketball.
Liking this, the headbands from everybody tonight.
Jaden Cross comes in for Classen. Again, that's a 6-7, 2-3 team in district. Ooh, almost thrown away. Really nice recovery and a good job of getting it back. Trey has it go off his foot, but still able to get it back once again to Titsworth, and this somehow has remained with Union despite the fact this has been helter-skelter. The three that got tossed up at the end right there by Juan went, but it doesn't count. That was about as undisciplined a possession as you can get, but it's because the ball was flying around everywhere. Union will have it out of bounds. Trey Smith will take it, go to Titsworth in the backcourt, and we'll see if we can kind of settle it down a little bit. Manning way out front. Back over. Shot by Titsworth will not go. Rebound to Classen, and here they come. Kirkendall down court, gets it down there. Nice pass down to Cross, and he lays it up and in. Give credit where it's due. That's a nice job by the Knights.
No one beats him quickly.
No trouble for him. McIntyre. Oh, had it tipped, and Trey Smith can't quite get his hands on it. I think Coach Norris is a little upset that maybe Trey shouldn't have tried to grab that after it was tipped by one of the Classen players, but it's so hard. Your instinct, Nick, is to go grab that basketball.
It's over my head. I'm going to have to go after it. But Coach Norris, a little bit of intensity on that last time out as he wants to make sure that this kind of second team is getting the reps that they need to right now.
Yeah, and we call this fanatical encouragement. That's basically what happens when your coach is yelling at you as loud as he can yell. It's fanatical encouragement.
And I think with my dad, he was more of speaking passionately is what he says.
You better watch it, because the look that Andy just gave you may say that some of that will happen tonight.
His students know very well of his speaking passionately. He has a shirt, I think, that says, "I speak."
Would you like me to hand the shovel to you, or you want to keep digging?
I'm just going to keep on digging.
Yeah, there we go. So 2:17 to go in the third period in the family counseling here. 51-17 Union in the lead. And Kwame Evans will bring it in and try to bring this basketball if we will. Kirkendall way out front with the screen. Evans down inside. Kirkendall makes the inside move and makes the basket as well. 51-19. That's a nice job by Classen. Titsworth across court. McIntyre has the shot at the three. Oh, it rims out. That thing was everything but down. Instead, it goes to Evans. And with 1:49 to go in the third period, here come the Knights. Evans backs up, takes the three. It's short. Rebound in there by Manning, and I think they're going to call that. They're going to call something underneath. Not sure what.
It hit the basketball goal.
Maybe it did. Manning with a nice job of getting his hands on that basketball, though.
The defender knocked it up and it hit the rim. I think that's what they're calling.
I think
it's
so.
Gonna be Union's ball.
Yeah, Titsworth will come out. Coming back in is Trey Smith, who's already played very well tonight. Union needs to get this ball in bounds. They do to Manning. Back now to Trey, and here he comes. Nuwan gets it across half court. Back over to Trey. Manning had a little bit of room, but decided not to take advantage of it. Now back to Manning. Great pass inside to McIntyre. Beautiful sequence up and in by the Red Hawks. Oh, that's a nice job by everybody involved there. 53-19.
It was a selfless pass, then another selfless pass. Good offensive sequence.
Evans wants to do it again. Moves inside, goes to the corner. Drive, and that ball's knocked away by Manning. Excellent job by Manning, and here comes Nuwan. Jackson Boyd drives middle. Goes to Manning. He won't take that shot.
Open lane. Yep.
Jackson got the opportunity. Lays it up. No good, but he is fouled. McIntyre tried to follow, but it didn't matter. Boyd got knocked down. Foul going against Clark. And to the line goes Jackson Boyd.
Yeah, it was a wide open lane. Really good observation from Boyd to be able to use the dribble to take it from high to low. And now shooting 2 free throws.
That is point number 6 on the night for Jackson. And again, you don't recognize a lot of huge numbers, but he does a little bit of everything well.
Yeah.
Second shot. It's pure as well. That is 7 now for Jackson Boyd as Union extends the lead. Under a minute to go, third period, 55-19. Moss harassed out front by who else? Jackson Boyd. Evans has spent about 3/4 of this game dribbling, and here he goes again. Gets around one and got it to go up and in. That's a nice job right there by Kwame Evans. Union should look for the last shot here. About 20 seconds to go. Inside, Manning, body up, and it's good. Oh, Manning, I think, may have twisted an ankle a little bit there. Nice job by Nico Nuwan to get that pass off. 57-21, and Classen will try for one more, and Smith fouls. Way out away from the basket. He's fouled Cross. But that is only foul number 3 or 4 on Union. I think 3 in this quarter, so it will not be a shooting foul. Just over 6 seconds to go. And out of bounds and traveling was Evans, so with 4.5 seconds to go, the Red Hawks will have one more shot.
Well, you're going to be able to get a shot off. It's kind of a
plenty of time. You just don't want to catch the ball going the wrong direction. Nuwan has it across half court, steps, flips it up. Wow, will not go. Almost, though. So it's 57-21 at the end of 3. The Red Hawks starters spent a lot of that third quarter on the bench. Saw a lot of Trey Smith. Saw a lot of Jackson Boyd, who is a starter but had a more central role. Saw a good amount right there of Robbie Manning, who played a lot of minutes last year. And now what we saw, I thought it got a little uncomfortable there for a minute, Nick. But I thought that second group did a very nice job of settling themselves back down.
Yeah, and I know with this second group not really having the confidence to be able to go to Flemings as much, feels like that first team was very heavy on him, but able to find different routes to be able to do this. And right now it all starts on the defensive side, because I feel like with Kwame Evans, he's going to kind of have a little bit more ISO ball. So if we're able to show front, play clean defense, that's going to be able to lead to hopefully a positive side of the offense.
Had some really good production from just about everybody in this game. Of course, it really goes to Miles Flemings, who has 20 on the night, and Miles has not played a lot, and we probably won't see a ton of him. We will, though, see a guy who we are familiar with. Kamari Block-Jones is going to come in and play a little bit here. Interesting mix as we begin this fourth period for Union.
During the pregame of the girls, Block-Jones was walking by the boys of the Knights, and they all were looking at him saying, How tall is that guy? And he's a sophomore? What?
Yep. And he's remarkably skilled. There's no question about that. Knights with the basketball, 57-21 down. Once again, Evans finds himself dribbling around, goes to Clark. Clark will break toward the middle, pull back, throw it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound in there by Block Jones.
Already on the stat sheet.
And here comes Nuwan. Quickly, now to Block Jones, and he's going to slam that. Kamari Block Jones does not have a problem throwing one down, 59-21. And it's so unusual, Nick, to have a guy that he looks gangly, but he's not. Nice little pullback, but it goes nowhere. Jones with the rebound. As I mentioned, he looks like he's all arms and elbows and legs, but he is so smooth as he moves his body down court. Nuwan back to Block Jones, up and in, and he got fouled. 4 immediately, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Manning was a little bit of a flex after that as well. As
Pardon me, Manning, not Block Jones.
He was able to get the N one.
And what a great job right in there by Nuwan, huh?
Quick pass down low.
He gets inside, he draws the attention, he flips that ball off, and he does it with effortless. So Manning with 5 will now go to the line. Robbie, a big part of this team last year as well. Made that look easy. Manning now with 6, and the Red Hawk lead 62-21.
Let's see our student section with their bright highlights. Like to see a little bit. When I was talking to Miles Flemons' dad, they were saying, would love to see a little bit more attendance, but I know in January you see the numbers start to get a lot higher in February, late February.
Evans, nice little turnaround, and he got that to go down. That makes it 62-23. Yeah, and my wife, who's here tonight as well, is a huge basketball fan, was an athletic trainer at the University of Tulsa.
Yep.
She looked around and she said, "Where's the crowd?" And I said the same thing. I said, "We're early. It's not that far after school being in. Great scrum down there by Union."
Yeah, it's their day off.
And so it'll come, and especially as conference play or district play continues. Nice job of going all the way the other direction by Cross. He won't get it to go down, though, and he'll go to the line. Union had several opportunities on the other end and kept the ball alive, just could not get it to go down.
Now, Manning was kind of by himself when he got that offensive rebound, so he went up with it since he had no other option.
Cross knocks down free throw 1. 6:24 to go in this game. Union's not in danger of losing. What they do want to do, though, is stay sharp. It will not get easier as district play continues. Second shot will bounce off the back rim and go in. And so Jaden Cross finds himself now with 4 points. Down to McIntyre, back to Robbie Manning. Oh, he had a chance right there. Robbie could have turned. Instead, he goes back out front, and he was knocked away by Quincy Evans. I thought Robbie was going to spin and get inside on that.
It seemed like he had the opportunity, but kind of decided to slow it down a little bit.
Dakari and Titsworth, the Rogers transfer, back out front.
Double team.
Back inside quickly. Now down to McIntyre. McIntyre turns. No. Titsworth. He'll drive middle to Robbie. Jackson Boyd will drive. Oh, and he tried to go inside to McIntyre, and that was just a little bit too much pepper on it. McIntyre couldn't handle it and out of bounds, and Coach Norris will be unhappy with that.
He had to fit the hole pretty quick. Got to go find that passing lane pretty fast, but not that fast, Boyd.
Evans, once again, dribbling around out front. To the other Evans, and he'll dribble around out front. Now he gets inside on Kamari. Tried to go up, did not. Ball on the ground. Here comes Jackson Boyd. If he can get it out, oh, he had an opening. Could not quite see and get it out to Titsworth. Instead, it'll go to McIntyre. Now, no-look pass inside to Manning. Oh, what a pass. Oh, he pulled himself a little no-looker right there, and we get another bucket inside for Manning. He's got 8. Who else but Evans out front?
You know where it's going.
He'll pull back and take the 3. It'll be no good, and Robbie Manning with another rebound. Titsworth. Down court to Block Jones. Here goes Kamari. Oh, he could not get the slam, but he's fouled. Had he had a little bit more room, I think he could have had that happen. However, he had big old Francisco Alvarado in his way, and he could not quite get around him.
Yeah, the tallest player there for the Knights at least was there to contest him, but that looked like that was going to be a top 10 ESPN slam.
That one had an opportunity to bring down the roof here. Kamari will take the free throws. That one's a little bit off the back rim, no good.
New face, Nate Pierce, the freshman. Remember seeing him at the 7th grade level.
He's another one of those dudes you look around and go, how tall is he?
Yeah.
Second free throw, no good as well, and Kamari remains with 2.
Yeah, Nate was I think he was like 6'8" when he was in 7th grade.
Nate Pierce, he looks a little bit thin out there, but he is tall. Another one of your headband wearers.
I do like that.
Are they coming back?
I think they're making a comeback, but I personally like it because for me, I have too much hair flopping around, but I like this look.
Is that pointed at me, the too much hair thing?
I'm not digging a hole this time anymore.
Turn around and no good right there by Evans. Who comes out of it? Jackson Boyd. Who to Titsworth it down there. He puts it off the rim. Oh, they tried to slam it to. They're going to tee up.
They're going to tee him up.
Yeah, they tried to get that off the rim so that he could slam that. Kamari blocked Jones. And he held a little bit too long on there, and they will call the technical, and I can understand that, and Coach Norris is going to get him out. Would have been spectacular, though, huh?
Yep. Just him hanging on the rim, trying to slam it back down.
Well, when he first hung there, he did it. It was the right thing to do because there was a player underneath him, but it was that second swing that got him.
Oh, that's too
Quincy
funny.
Evans will go to the line for the Knights. And he misses that first one, so the score remains 64-25 with 4:32 to go in this game.
He's probably getting his last talks with his boys before
Evans misses the second.
The sub.
So checking into the game will be Isaac Bergen. Nuwan will come back into the game, as will Robbie Manning.
Quick conversation with Coach Norris.
Mm-hmm.
I really like how he didn't let him just sit down and have a quick conversation.
Not yelling, he's just talking to him.
Conversation.
Nice little turnaround right there, but it would not fall. You got to feel bad for Clemaine Evans. Did a nice job. He just couldn't get it to go down. Corner. Here we go. Nice up and under by Robbie Manning. Couldn't get it to go, but he got fouled. Well, Robbie's shown me something tonight. He's a big body, and we saw him do that last year. He looks quicker to me. He looks a little thinner.
Got some pace now. And this last quarter seems like both teams are just going quick to the line and then hopefully to get fouled. That's not really going to let the time go by if we're just going to go, 15, 20 seconds foul, 15, 20 seconds foul.
I think that's what Coach wants to maybe slow down here and get a little back of the normal. Robbie can't get that first one to go. His free throw, I will say, looks a little better than last year. He hit the first two a few minutes ago, misses that one. But that ball's got a much better look coming out of his hand than it did at the end of last year. Shot number 2. That one looked nice, wouldn't go either, so it remains 64-25. Rebound to Alvarado, and here comes Classen. Evans now has his hair tied behind his head. That's the third hairstyle of the night for him. That one off his foot. Manning fights through the screen. Nice job. Goes back into Alvarado. He can't get that thing to the corner. He gets it to the corner. They'll go back inside, and that one goes up and in. Nice pass right there by Evans to Quincy Evans, and it's good. 64-27.
Numbers
up. Here they go. Manning, middle.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that one was not well played as Bergen took it. They did the right thing, went back out front as they went to the corner.
What happened to the 10-foot pull-up?
Pierce came out for the screen, and that was a nice job by him. Tried to go inside. That's a bad pass knocked away by Evans, and here he comes. Evans, not a lot of trouble with that one, and it's 64-29. And I'm a little surprised Coach didn't call a timeout right there and kind of collect some guys. Don't want it to get terribly sloppy here as Nuwan brings it across. We'll go to Pierce. He gets double teamed inside quickly. Now inside to Robbie, and Manning gets it up, but the foul happened out on the corner as Isaac Bergen was fouled. That is the 4th foul. So 1 away from shooting for the Redhawks. 64-29. Into Nguyen, pardon me. He'll bring it back right side. Robbie steps out. Now goes left side, and that is Bergen cannot get it to go. Goes off and out of bounds. McIntyre had an opportunity, but the ball kind of whizzed by his head, and it will belong to Classen. 2:45 to go in this game, 64-29, and I think Coach would just like to see it be clean the rest of the way. Nice drive on the inside right there by Evans, but he was fouled.
And what did you just say right before? We're just looking for a clean game right now. Don't need, even if they get by you, you don't have to be fouling.
Right.
You're up enough that you don't have to be doing that. If they have the skill to be able to make a skill move and score off one move, you're going to be able to live another day, but just giving them a foul every single time kind of reminds me of watching the Oklahoma City Thunder with Shea, all those fouls.
And you do have help behind you, or should. Checking into the game, Elias Madrid, another one of Union's towers. So you got Madrid out there at 6'6". You got Pierce out there at 6'10". If you're Classen, you have to believe you just went into downtown. Nothing but big buildings. Second shot is good. Score now 64-31. Not that it's in doubt, that's not the thing. You just want to finish right.
Crowd.
Pass left side, and McIntyre will bring it across. Jackson to the corner. Thought about it for a second there, did Bergen, but turned it down. Luan goes middle to Pierce.
Gotta give some love to Evans from the Knights. Playing intense defense and playing offense.
Well, he's stuck in there. There's no doubt his intensity has not gone anywhere. Nice little corner job right there, and we'll try it with Bergen again. Cannot get it to go down, but Madrid with the rebound. Now Madrid might try it. He does from 3, and he got it! Pardon the screen, but Elias Madrid with that very unique shot.
That was unique.
Knocked that thing down like it was no big deal, and it's 67-31.
The crowd is doing the impression of the Elias Madrid shot.
Clark off the back of the basket and goes out of bounds. Red Hawk basketball, as Nick is celebrating with some of the folks up here by us.
Everyone loves the shot from Elias, so he's throwing it up. Even the Knights, I think, are doing a little bit.
And you can't call that a jump shot because you couldn't slide a piece of paper under his foot, but it didn't matter. Nice drive inside. Pierce had an opportunity, knocked away. Bergen tried to get it back off the player, which was Trevon Clark, but he went out of bounds.
Put it up in the 5th row, I think. I have to go find it.
Someone's got to go get the ball. You're 4 rows. You're close. So he'll come inbounds to the Classen, trailing 67-31, and a bus ride back to Oklahoma City in their future.
Oh, that was a 3 ball to get to 6-7-2.
Evans down inside, that ball up and in for Francisco Alvarado. Redhawks will take their time here as Nico Nguyen will bring it up. Nico gets to the middle, goes down inside to Madrid. He'll go back, and once again, three-pointer coming. It will not go again for Bergen. Pierce with the rebound. Pierce puts it back up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Bergen, and he dribbles it out of bounds. Pierce found himself in a bad position, and I think did a pretty good job, Nick, of getting up a decent shot.
Yep. Looks like we got everybody in the game right now. Jamal Thomas. Every person in the roster was able to get some time tonight.
Good for Jamal. He'll get an opportunity. 57.5 seconds to go here.
Jamal got some mismatched shoes.
Jenkins. Pardon me, Evans. Trying to make a move, but it's on Juan. He's not going to get very far, and he has to pull up. Goes to his brother, and he'll see if he can get something done. Spins inside, tries to get it off, does, and it is blocked inside by Pierce, and a good job by Pierce. He got it. He got the block against Alvarado without having to go over his shoulder, but that has to do with him being 6'10". Inbounds is knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Classen. Good job there by Bergen to get himself back involved. Evans Going to take one more. Yes, he will. Backs up, and he hits the shot. Evans extends his point total. He's now got 10. The only in double figures for the Knights. Nuan across midcourt. Tries to get it back to Elias Madrid. Throws it away.
Don't really want to see that in the last 30 seconds.
No, Coach Norris knows the win is here, but he's not very happy about that. It's 67-35. And once again, Evans will dribble around and likely just toss one up. Evans decided not to. He goes way across court, and that goes to Clark. Clark, little move, can't get it to go, and Pierce with the rebound, and that's the ball game. So it ends at 67-35. Nick, I won't call it the cleanest second half, but there were good moments.
Yeah, and especially with kind of how Classen was bringing it. Seems like everything went through Evans, and so when that happens, it's really tough to be staying clean as possible for the second half. Coach Norris and the boys gets it done. It's a nice Friday night win for both the girls and the boys. We're going to enjoy our nice long 3-day weekend. Nothing could be anything better.
As we mentioned, of course, MLK Day is Monday, so no school. Nick and I will join you again a couple of times next week. And until then, Union wins tonight 67-35. 2 wins, one for the boys, one for the girls. Thanks to Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew. For Nick Irwin, I'm Rick Corey. We'll see you next time. Good night from Union.
Yeah.